Hi, folks. How are you? My name's Amanda with Simply Flamazing Art, and I am just going to start having these little lunchtime lives on Mondays and Wednesdays, maybe. We'll see about Friday. I don't know about that. My Fridays have been filling up with stuff that I have to do, unfortunately. And so, but maybe on Mondays and Wednesdays, just for like maybe 20 minutes or so, just to say hi and how are you? And while I'm working on stuff for my lunchtime, I could be live with you all. So anyway, today I'm actually working on a piece that is for a paint party that I am doing. On Saturday, I've had kind of a lower sign up, and I really worried when she picked this design if folks would resonate with it now because, it's kind of very holiday. It's called New Year Cheers, and it's a snowman, and it's super cute, but it is a holiday. Hey, Cindy, how are you? Hopefully you're having a great day. Is it snowing where you are? Have you seen any snow? It is snowing here. I mean, I shouldn't say snowing. Right now it's kind of flurrying, and it's kind of the temperature has gone up a little bit. So it's kind of just what's the word? Melting a little bit and kind of slushy right now, but they're calling for around, I think, 3 for more snow. It's 10 degrees there. Oh my. We're at least in the 30s. It was 31 earlier. And then but now next, so your weather is kind of like you get the weather before we do, depending on the direction it's coming. And from where this is coming, you get it before we do. It's going to get that cold here, if not colder, by, later into this week and next week. We're supposed to have like highs of like the teens. And so I'm like, ooh, that's going to be cold. So I'm just tracing this out. I've already done this once. And I'm just using the tracer. And then we're going to change it. We can talk about like how we want to change this as I'm getting this on. Because I want to make it, instead of making it New Year, which, I've had a few folks sign up for this one. And that's fine. But it's just not my normal sign up number. And so I thought I would offer basically the same thing, just change it slightly so it's more Valentine and less New Year. And maybe we'll have some more folks want to join us in this fun. So I can't believe it's 10 degrees there. Wow. I always think of Texas being like so much hotter. I don't know why. And I know there's different areas of Texas and different, like I get that. I traced up there without any tracing paper or even graphite paper. We'll have to redo that. But I always think of it as being warmer than our temperatures here. And I know in the summer that's true. I just don't think about it getting colder than our temperatures in the winter. And so, but yeah, we'll have some adjusting to do on this. Whoops. Would help if I had gotten his little hand in here. Before I move the graphite paper. And so, how has your New Year been? Hopefully you've had a good one. I know I haven't been live a whole lot. I've been trying to basically regroup some stuff and make a plan. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Good to see you. On how I was going to go live and be very intentional on my lives and with my private group. So, but I decided on doing these like little mini lunchtime lives. A friend of mine suggested it, and I was like, that's a really good suggestion. So here's the paint party that I'm doing. It's at a local restaurant. And so see how it's very New Year's, right? The cheers, the champagne glasses. And I want to change it to be something a little yes, I know you've been very busy. I want to change it to be something a little more Valentine. So I'm gonna get y'all's help on that. And so we're gonna, there's my painting. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Doesn't look as bright as it normally looks. Let's make it a little bigger. And that way, maybe that will help. Let's do this one. Oh, let's just trade places. Still a little dark. I don't know. My lights are the same. I don't know. But we'll get this painted up here in just a minute. Hey, Kim, how are you? I'm going to adjust this. See if I can make this a little bit brighter. There we go. Maybe it'll be a little bit brighter. I don't know. We'll see. But we need to change this from very New Year to be a little bit more. I need room for my paint. My desk is very small, and this is a 16 by 20 canvas, so it takes up a fair amount of space. How are y'all doing today? I am. You're waiting for the snow? I'll send it all up there to you. You can have every bit of it. I don't want it. Unfortunately, it is here for right now. They say, oh, it has kind of stopped right this minute or just barely doing anything. But they say it's supposed to start back up at like, I don't know, maybe 3, 2. It changes. Every minute you go out there, it's a little bit different. So I'm going to go ahead and get the background on here. And then I'm going to get y'all's help figuring out what we do to make it a little more I think this snowman's so cute. 3 to 6, yeah. Ugh. We have like 2 to 4, I think is pretty much what everything has been saying. 2 to 4. It has been good for me so far. Just, trying to figure out all the things because, I have a lot going on. And last year I got really overwhelmed. And I'm trying to avoid that this year. So I'm putting in place things that hopefully will prevent that from happening. And will have to give myself a little bit of rest. And that's what I kind of thought. Just like, a little 20-minute live, something like that. Today I'm not working. It's Martin Luther King Day, of course, and so I have off. So I have a little more time today, and I thought maybe if I come up with another design for this, yeah, it would be really good. So that's what I'm doing. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. Callie, what's the weather like down there where you are? She'll probably be like, it's 60 degrees and beautiful. I'll be like, find me a house. Like, find me a house to snowbird in. Yes, I did. I did get an early start. And so I'm very excited about that. I have some things I'm planning on creating to add in the box, but I got of the things like that I curated, I have all in the box, all in there. And so there's things I'm creating that I haven't done yet. I still have my plan for those to do, but I felt like if I just got everything together, it would be so much easier to go forward. So I'm excited about the box. I've got a few things to create. "7 degrees and light snow." Oh, 7 degrees. Diana, remind me where you are. Are you in Kentucky? I think you are. I think that's right. I think that's right. I might be wrong about that. But it is definitely a cold one here. It's in the 30s. But you have a freeze warning? Yeah. Yeah. We're going to create something of like a little snowbank. And so I have, it's in the 30s right now. I don't know what the temperature says right this minute, but it's like 33 right now. Flurries. Oh, it has like snow now from now on till when? 11 p.m. tonight. So I hope it's not a whole lot of snow. Like, let it be a little bit of snow. We've got like a mitt here somewhere. I don't know where that's going to fit in there. We're going to put that in because that's just stuff I need to create there. And we'll put his little mitt in there, and then we'll worry about the background coming in around that mitt. And then we're going to figure out how to turn this from New Year's more into a Valentine. And then that way I can put this up and be like, this is an alternative. Because, you know, sometimes folks, they don't see the alternative. They just see the piece you paint, and that's what they, you know. And they may want to do the piece as it is. I don't know. I don't know. They get you giddy. The mystery boxes are so much fun. It's kind of like a little mini. She's talking about the ATC mystery box. I'm one of the admins, along with Michelle Allen, Lisa Boone, and Grace Kurtz. And so, and they are so much fun. They are as much fun to open because even us admins, we don't talk about what we're putting in the boxes. So no one knows, like, I don't know what Lisa puts in hers or Grace puts in hers, you know, I don't know what Michelle does. Like, sometimes we'll ask, like, what do you think about this or that? But for the most part, we have no idea. And even asking is kind of like not something, you know, we do a lot of. And so we don't know ourselves what's in the box. And so getting it is kind of like a treat for us too. But what I was going to say is it's just as much a treat for us as it is putting them together, getting them as it is putting them together, because it's so much fun to find the stuff and put it together. And so, yeah, I'm going to do something like that. Hearts falling, or somewhere in here is, yeah, I didn't draw the line, but it's here somewhere. We'll just figure it out. Not a big deal. That's what I thought. We would do hearts instead of some of the things that are on there. And then, of course, not the wine glasses. We'll do something else instead of that. But we'll get that black background in, and then we'll figure out what we're doing. Hey, Krista, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, thank you for those stars. I appreciate that. Hold on, I gotta grab my cart and get it up here. Tired, but okay. Yes, I know. I live in the world of tired, I think sometimes. Like, it's hard. This morning, I did not want to get going. I'm off work today, and it was like my brain was like, this is a Saturday. This is like a Saturday, girl. You're not gonna get up at 5. You're not getting up at 5 and doing all this hard work. You're gonna, sleep it in a little bit. Then when I sleep in, I get tired and I can't, wake up. So we have snow here today. I'm not happy about it. I'm just gonna dry this so I don't get my arm in all of the paint. Normally I would just let it dry, but I don't want to like get my sleeve and all of it. So what y'all doing today? Any fun plans for today? Or are you just hanging out at the house taking a snow day? Yeah, mail is not going to run today. I mean, it's kind of, I guess, good that it did snow because there's no mail. There's no, stuff like that. Yeah, we're going to have so here's the original painting. That's for the paint party, but we're going to make this version be a little on the Valentine's side. It's going to be the same snowman. It's just we're going to trade out this stuff and figure out how to make it a little more on the Valentine side. I should have grabbed a red. I didn't grab a red. I don't know what I was thinking. I can run over there and grab a red though. So y'all talk to me. Tell me how your day is. I'm going to push me out a couple places. Sprinkle the love. I'd appreciate that. Push me out to a few places. Okay, that's good enough. Hopefully I won't get too much on me. If I do, hand sanitizer will take it out. We won't worry about it beyond that. I'm gonna go ahead and get some white going. Anybody got any fun plans for the week coming up? Doing anything fun? Let's see. What do I have? We have the ATC box opening later this week. That's going to be fun. We get to open January's box. Mine's probably sitting in the mailbox, but I'll get it tomorrow. I'll get it tomorrow. I ain't going out there today to get it. I love it, but I normally, it wouldn't be an issue, but my mailbox is always at the foot of my driveway. And my driveway is straight uphill. So there's that. So we're just gonna, I'm just gonna paint right over top of all that because I'll be able to see those lines. So I'll go tomorrow down. By that time, hopefully it won't be slippery. Normally I go when I go out, drive out, and just grab the mail. But or we just walk down. It's not that bad when it's not snowing. It's not that bad. But it is kind of like straight up a hill or straight down a hill. So, any fun plans for the week? Somebody's got to have some fun plans. This is just going to be another option for the paint party on Saturday, which if we have that paint party, which I have a very low sign up right now, and I don't want to have to cancel it, which I really don't like doing that, but they're calling for more snow on Friday, and then they're calling for it to be like the high, I think, is like 18 degrees or something like that, and that's really cold for here. So next 2 days, hopefully the ice doesn't come. I hope they don't. I hope it doesn't. I hope you're able to make your appointments without any issues, because I know it's important for you to get there, and yet not safe too if it's icy. So it's kind of like hard sometimes to decide what to do when it gets icy like that. Ice is no joke. I mean, it's one thing to drive in snow. I don't like driving in snow. And I try to avoid it. But driving in ice is a no-go for me. Like, I was supposed to have gone today up to Northern Virginia for my Oddfellows. To install officers in another at another lodge, and that's not happening today. We're like, cancel that. I'm not going up Northern Virginia today. Me and along with my friend I was gonna ride with, she was like, no. And I'm like, good. Because I was very much a no on that too. Okay. We got that much done. This is a fun snowman to paint. Oh, I left a little part of black off. I'll have to go back and grab that. Say, whoops. I left that little corner off. But actually, I didn't put in that line, did I? We'll just put that line right there. We'll just put that line right there. But how's everyone's new year going off so far? I mean, we're halfway through January. Isn't that really hard to believe? Today's the 15th and we're halfway through January. I find that really hard to believe. I'm having a tough time with that one. I'm not even going to lie about that, because that's just, well, I won't lie anyway, but there'll be no point. But it's like already the 15th. I had like things planned that already are like, I haven't been able to do them. But we're not going to give the word overwhelm any energy, right? And so we're just going to be like, it's all good. It's all good. Okay. Let's get this done. Probably should have done the other color first. I was not thinking when I grabbed that blue. I was talking and I wasn't thinking. I really wanted to grab the Perry color first. Hopefully I will hold off on doing that until we figure out what we're doing there. Hopefully my yeah, that's the right color. There's the right color. I want to just put a little bit of this color in my white. I'm going to do this part first just to get a little bit of that off of my brush because I had a lot on there. This one's a little different. I don't think I had this color when I did my original. I used a different blue. That's okay. I didn't write down the blue I used. Ah, yeah, red bird on it, and he looks angry. Does the bird look angry, or does the snowman look angry? Which one looks angry? Which one is looking angry? I can help you with that if you tell me which one is looking angry. It's probably the same answer for both. The bird, it's probably because, well, his eye, you have probably a little white dot for his eye, or you put a little white dot in his black eye. And that's probably what's causing it to look angry. Make that little dot a little bit bigger. And he won't look so angry. That's usually what makes them look angry, is they have just like too little of a dot in their eye. And when you do an animal or even a person and you put like one little dot in their eye, it makes them look angry. So if you want to make something look angry, that's how you make it look angry. So just so you know, you can make something look happy or angry by the dot you put in the eye. Put a little bigger, like a little bigger little slice in the eye of a white speck. And then it looks happy. So he's really tiny. Yeah. Watercolor on a bookmark. Just take a little white pen, and instead of doing a little dot, just make it a little elongated. It'll make a big difference. You know, just do a little slash or a little dash instead of like a dot. And it'll make a big difference. And so little cardinals, they tend to look a little angry anyway. I love cardinals, but when you paint them, they are a challenge because sometimes they tend to look a little bit on the angry bird side anyway. I guess that's why one of the angry birds is a cardinal, because they just naturally look a little bit on that that angry bird side. Okay. I think that's good enough for government work, as they say. What do y'all think? I think our snowman is looking pretty good. Yeah, you're under blankets right now. I don't blame you. I'd be under blankets too if it was 10 degrees. I tell you what, I don't deal with the cold like I used to. It definitely does its toll on me. Okay. Now let's get the rest of this thing done real quick here. There we go. That's looking pretty good. I planned on getting to like this stage before I even went live, but I had issues with my printer. I had Kai needed to go outside. I took him outside and he just was like, so like, oh, the snow, the this, the that. Of course, he'd been outside, he'd seen it before. I thought we'd already had our like, oh my, it's snowing moment. But I think it's going to be every time we go out, he's going to have to investigate it and like look at it because he is just like, we didn't get any snow last year at all, I don't think. Or if we did, we got a flurry or two and it was nothing on the ground or anything. The year I brought him home, we had snow like every other weekend. It was crazy. Or every weekend practically. But he doesn't remember that. He was too little to remember that. Him was just a baby. Just a little baby dog. And so I have watercolors. I need to pull my watercolors out and play with them a little more. I don't hardly ever pull them out. Maybe that's something we can do on these like short little lunchtime lives that I'm going to start doing on Mondays and Wednesdays. It's just like, okay, let's take a different medium and see how it works. Knowing I'm not like as versed with watercolor or some of the other mediums as I am with paint or paper. Paper is kind of new to me and I'm loving it because of the ATC mystery box. I used to do paper years ago, like lots of years ago. 18 plus years ago. I used to do paper crafts a lot. Cards and all kind of things like that. And I kind of did more crafting for a long time and then kind of picked up my paints again in 2020 and started doing more painting, and it just kind of snowballed from that to where we are today here on this page doing paintings, having my private group, having all the things. You could say COVID did that. Hey Debbie, how are you? Happy New Year. Yes, happy belated New Year to you. How are you? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm working on a piece for a paint party on Saturday that I want to give another option for because the current option is very holiday. This one is going to be holiday too, but I'm hoping it'll be a little less holiday. Well, it's going to be like Valentine's Day instead of New Year's. Like a more like, okay, you're looking forward to that versus we've already had New Year's. It's a cute snowman, but New Year's has already been and gone. And so, okay. Gonna let those dry. My poor, then we have to figure out how we're going to change it. Once I get the snowman and all the things in here, how I'm going to change it. Get his little carrot nose on here. And so I do like paint parties at restaurants. And so local restaurants and stuff. And this one is this coming Saturday, the 20th. So, but I have a very low sign up, even though people voted for this when they voted for it. And that's why we decided to do it. The folks haven't signed up for it. So that's a little bit of a problemo. And I get it because when the sign up went, it was very much like New Year's, right? And so, and now that it's mid-January, it's no longer New Year's. And so folks are probably like, well, it's cute, but do I really want a New Year's snowman hanging on my wall in February? I mean, not really. It's January 20th, but still, it's post New Year's. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. So I just thought I'd come live and do this with you all. Oh, thank you for sprinkling me out. And so go back in that black and touch up a couple of spots where I have white showing through. I don't really like that white showing through. So if I have that on my painting, I just go back and touch up. And then I have this little area up here that I need to get. Where's hat? The corner there. I'm happy to be live and see you too. Happy New Year to you. It's been a while. I was saying and I almost didn't do it today. I was like, I got to get this stuff done. But I was like, I want to do these lunchtime, like Monday and Wednesdays at least, for like, it'll probably be like a half hour, something like that. And then I'll still have my other lives that I do, like on the Monday nights, maybe not tonight because I've been live for longer than the 20. So this is kind of like my hour long live. But going forward, I want to do lunchtime, like 20 minutes, Monday, Wednesdays, just working on stuff at lunchtime that I normally work on anyway, and just be live with you all while I'm doing that. I'm going to put a little detail in, just a little bit, nothing fancy, but just finish up my my little snowman here for the most part, and then we can figure out, like, oh, that got a little wide. That got a little wide on me. And then we can figure out what we want to do to make it um, more Valentine's and less, kind of neat. Let me just come down here and do these. And then I'll come back up there when that's dried a little bit more. And so we're just going to put in her little buttons on her nose, on her mouth. I should say, not her nose. And you can help me figure out what we're doing, what we're going to do. These, I don't fret about them. It's just like do a little circle and don't make it a complete little perfect circle. Wants to be splitting. Don't be splitting up on me. Don't be splitting when I need you to be. So it's good to be live. This brush wants to act all dumb. I might just swap out and go to my other brush. These are the brushes I use for my paint party. And so I paint with them just so, it's all painted with the same brush. My hand doesn't want to be steady today. It wants to just go everywhere. And I don't want it to go everywhere. I want it to control itself here a little bit. But some days we have better control than others. And usually when I'm outlining and stuff like this, the more I think about it, the worse I get. So if I just put the brush down and go, it's so much easier than to like stress over it. So it does look a little happy. She's kind of happy, I guess. I need to add in a little of that color in there. I haven't done that, have I? No, I didn't. Stop. Ouch. Hold the brakes. I'm going to get this a little wet right here. Then I'm going to come in with a little bit of this purple. I didn't mean to get the black in there, but I did. Did not mean to pick up the black, but somehow I picked up black. I did not mean to do that. Somewhere along the line, I picked up black and got it in here. It's okay. Just let it dry and I'll come back over it. We'll fix it. Nothing we can't fix, right? I'll put a little bit in the gloves. Just a little bit. There we go. And when I walk them through this, I will just be like, don't get black where it's not supposed to be. It's okay. I will have the steps written down, and I won't let them make the same mistake I just made and not putting the other color in there and letting it blend a little bit. They won't have that same fight I just had. But it all works out. That's the one thing I love about acrylic painting is the fact that there's no mistakes ever. And because you can always fix it. It's like it doesn't matter. Worst case scenario, you let it dry and you just go back over it. That's the beauty of acrylic painting and why it's so fun to just have fun and do it. Okay. And see, now we got a perfectly little blended hat. Where we took out all that excess that we didn't want. Now we can go back to the outlining that we're working on. It also helps when you're outlining if you get your paint a little bit wet with water. You don't want it to be runny and you don't drippy and drip all over the place and run all over the place. But if you use a little water, it's gonna flow a lot better. And then you can just strike your line and go. And it does so much better if you just go. You don't think about it. Don't worry about it. Just like, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine regardless, right? It's going to be cute regardless of what. And I am kind of going out of order, but I wanted to get my snowman in here first and then figure out what we are doing to make it look more Valentine-y. And less New Year's-y. Hey, Tamara, how are you? We're working on a paint party that I'm doing this weekend for another option. And we're going to turn it from a New Year's kind of one to a more of a Valentine. Just getting the snowman in real quick. Or Snow Girl. I don't know. I think this one is more girlish. This one just sends off vibes of like a little snow girl. Even though it's wearing this big old top hat, it still looks like a snow girl to me. With the big old bow on its head or on its throat, on its body. Tied around its neck. Whatever you want to say. I don't know. I'm like fumbling over my words all of a sudden. I'm ready for spring too. You can bring on spring. I'm over it. But this paint party was voted, or this image was actually, it was this image. They voted for it, and then I've had very low sign up. And so I'm like, it's because it's so New Year's and people are over New Year's. But of course, when they were voting for it, it was early, was it early January? Late December, and so, of course, it was New Year's was on everybody's brain, so they voted for it. Well, then I guess now it's like I do have a couple people signed up for it, but that's it. And so we need to get a few more signed up. So it's like maybe if we make it another option to bring in Valentine or something like that, it'll be better. So that's what we're doing. And notice it's not perfect, and it's not perfect on point on purpose because I want folks to be able to look at it and say they can paint that, not look at it and be like, oh, I can't paint that. So we don't worry about perfection. We just want cute. That's all we want is cute. Then we're going to put some other marks up in here. We're going to use some white, and oh, I've got to outline his little nose here. The outlining makes a big difference on these. And it doesn't have to be perfect. But I think what I want to do is have some hearts, like holding a heart and maybe like a little string of hearts connecting from the hand. And then we can figure out something similar with the background, but maybe with hearts and stuff. Maybe. What do y'all think about that? You think that sounds like a good plan, maybe? Maybe a good plan. We're going to give just a few little accents here. I'm going to kind of match my accents that I did on the original one. In places. Basically put a little bit of this color in all the other areas. There, a little bit there. It doesn't have to be exact, and I'm not going to fret over it being exact. I'm just going to get some on here. And then just, it doesn't have to be. Hard to be cute. I don't know what this is going to be yet. I've just left it white so I wouldn't have to worry about the black. So I don't know what that's going to be yet, but I was kind of thinking like a heart and then some hearts or something like that. I don't know. And then something similar in the background. But yeah, we're just playing right now. And we're just getting something similar to what we had before. Love letter or Valentine's card. Could be. Something like that. Could be a good idea. Let's see. Let's put a little pink right there. I didn't have it in my original, but I'm just feeling it right now. I'm just feeling that. And then, oh, I didn't outline that part. I got to outline that. Got to do that. Oops, wrong color. Wrong color. I don't like sticking it in the wrong color. not paying attention. But and then we'll put in some white, and that will start to really pull it all out and make it look really cute. And so and we're going to cover up some of this, and so then I'll pull the tracer, and they won't paint over the stuff and have to do all that I'm gonna have to do. But that's usually what I do is I create it, and then I do the tracer, and anything that I had to like paint over, I just draw in the top part, and then they don't have to do all that hard work. They don't have to do the hard work. They get the easy part. Just paint it. But I do see one thing I want to fix there. I don't really like it. So I'm going to fix that. I do see one thing I'm fixing. Okay. Now, what we're going to have to do, because of the black background, that's why I kind of left a little bit of that, is we're going to have to decide what we're putting on here, and I'm going to have to paint white on top of that black in order for it to work. And so one thing I see here is I don't like how straight that is. I want his thumb to be a little bit bigger. That looks like it's more right to me there. His thumb to be just a little bit. So we're going to go over that. And then I just kind of want to map out, like, I want something easy that they can paint. So if we did a little card in his hand, a little letter, that could be really cute. We'll paint it white. Let's go take a couple of coats to get it to where we want it. Because this is going to dry back, and it's going to and then if he had like a little thing that had some hearts hanging from it. So let's see, where would we want a heart at? Let's see, like maybe one here. Yeah, let's put one there. And then it could be like, love is in the air. So maybe like one there, and we'll have like a little rope or something coming down and attaching to it. We'll figure out all that in a minute. All we want to do right now is just get white in for our hearts, and then we'll figure out what color we want them to be. I'm going to drop down a little bit and put one right here. You don't want to make it too difficult. This is fun art, and it's made to just be able to have fun at, you know, like a fun time, a fun night with friends is all it is. And so then I'm going to just have like a little bit of a rope going from here to here. And then I'm going to have it coming up here and to the hand. And then I'm going to have one be just on the other side of the hand. We could do that. Yeah, some small hearts popping out of the card. That would be cute. And then we're going to do a heart right here. So we're going to have 3 hearts. And that just comes in here and attaches there. And we'll figure out what color our string is and our hearts are and all that in a minute. We could use red. We can use the pink that is in the bow. A lighter pink, whatever. And then, like you said, I thought we would put like a little red heart on the actual letter itself. We could put like a little red heart, but then we could have, like you were saying, little hearts. And little hearts are super simple because you can just take your round brush and go boop. And then go boop. And there you go. You don't have to worry about it. And then you can just have a whole bunch of them. I'm doing them in white because, well, it's just easier if you do them in white and then you come over it with the color, because the reds and pinks are a little bit translucent and then you're going to fight that black. And so it's easier if you just do it in white and then come back with your color on top. You see that? Super simple. I like that. So what color do you think we should do our hearts? Think we should alternate the pink and the purples from the thing, or do you think we should pull in red? I'm just gonna trim up this card a little bit. Get it more white. What do y'all think? We'll put a heart on there too. A heart's gonna go on that card. I'm gonna dry this real quick. But you can see how like the white is gonna dry back. But it's gonna give us a good base for whatever color we want to come on top with. I say we could do the pink and the purple. and do a purple heart there, and then do little pink and purple hearts up there, and then keep the same colors and not pull a red in. And then we can still put our little snowflakes and little swirls in all around. When we're done, we just want this dry before we come in with the next. We might need another coat on that. But see, like I said, once I do this, this will all be drawn, and so the background then gets, not painted. So that's the good part. Let's see where I forgot a little. Whoops, did I not turn you off? I didn't turn it off. Like I said, that thing is running forever. Thing is running. All right, let's. Yeah, let's do the pink and the pink. That way I'm not introducing so many colors too. That makes my life easier. And then if people want to change up their colors, I always give them that option to change up their colors and do it different. It also doesn't make it so like love. Some folks, aren't into all the love things. Same colors, yeah, I agree. It makes life easy. And I don't think red would be a very nice color with these, even though I love red. I don't think it would. I don't know, with this pink and with that Perry, I see it more clashing than cute if I put that red in there. So and of course these will get little accents on them too, so make them pop a little bit. But you can see when I get outside of that onto the black, like how translucent it becomes. You would be fighting that like for days. Days. I think that's going to be cute. And then we can do a couple of these up here too, just to get a little color up in here. The one good thing is you don't have to worry about going outside of the line because it doesn't show. Oh, the purple. Almost went into the wrong color. Almost went into that blue. Now the blue can be our line going between them. We can use that color for that. Or just black, whatever works. So hopefully folks will resonate with this more and we'll have more signups than what I have right now. I was a little bit worried when we went with that, but we went with that because like more people had voted for it. 20 some people had voted for it over everything else. And so we were like, okay, obviously that's what the people want. Give the people what they want, right? Well, except for then only like a couple people from that signed up. And you're like, well, obviously. But I truly do think it's because when they voted, it was New Year's. So it resonated with them. And now it's not resonating because it's not New Year's. And people are kind of like done with it, right? You're like, okay, New Year's happened. It's over. We're already like 2024 has started. Give that another little coat. Right. It could just be snowman love. Right. Exactly. It doesn't have to be Valentine. I agree with that. It doesn't have to be Valentine. I want that to dry a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to go into a little more of my blue and connect my little dots here. So I'm just grateful that I was able to get this done today. And that way I'll get its picture out there. And thank y'all for helping me with this. And then we're going to just do a couple of these the same color, purple. Ooh, that purple is showing up on that black. The pink doesn't show up, but this Perry purple does. Periwinkle purple. Gotta be a little careful with that color. That one, like, I'm here. Okay. You'd paint it in the summertime? Oh, that's good. That's good to know, Tamara. That's good. Paint it in the summertime when you're like, it's hot outside. I want to think about cool stuff. We're just gonna go back and we're gonna fix that thumb, make it a little more rounded like a thumb, right? Not quite so. Okay, let's do our outlining, and then I think we're gonna be almost done. We got one more thing I want to do. We're gonna get our outline in there. We're gonna outline our little hearts. Outlining the hearts just bring them, it's just kind of like cleans them up a little bit, and it just accents them more against all the other stuff. It pops them. My mom loves snowmen too. She'll love this one. She wasn't a fan of the New Year's one. She was like, it's okay. I'm not really a fan. I'm like, okay. Okay, Mom. You don't have to be a fan. One thing my mom's going to tell you, like, what she thinks. It's no like, oh, well, it's my daughter. I'm going to, like, not tell her. No. She's like, not something I want to do. She loves snowmen, though. She'll want to do this one. She's not on right now, so I can say that. Although it's the truth, regardless. It's the truth. We will put a few little snowflakes, kind of the same. Where did I pick that color up at? And I picked up the teal color. We're just gonna realize I didn't outline that. Nor did I outline here. Fix that. I need a little water. Right, exactly. I agree. I do believe that. Just paint whatever you feel like painting whenever you feel like painting. It doesn't have to be anything related. I do think this is cute though. I am kind of loving it. I want that to dry, and I'm going to put a little blue, purple heart up on it. And then we'll put a few little swirlies in the background, kind of like our other one. Just make some stuff up. We got our little letter. I'm going to paint our little heart here. On our letter. What has everybody else got planned for the rest of the day? I'm so glad to have gotten this done. And I'm so glad to be live with you all doing this, because I had kind of thought about this, but I hadn't really thought about that letter, and I think that just makes it so cute. You warmed up to 0 degrees? Oh my, Tamara. Whew. Ugh. That just makes me cold thinking about it. Seriously. Like, oh my. OMG, as they say. Oh my. But again, I'm just gonna give a little outline, more to clean up, although I think I'm messing it up more than I'm cleaning it up. We get cold here, but we don't usually get, it's rare for it to even get like in the like single digits. It'll go down to like the teens. Like we're gonna get a couple of like teen coming up this week, later this week and into next week, but it's rare for us to get it that cold. So I mean, like today is 33 the last time I looked. I'm sure the temperature is going to drop a little bit as the day goes on, because that cold front is coming in here and it is going to get really cold. But, and we've got some snow flurries going on right now. And so, but anyway, it's not terrible. All right, let's put some white accent on there and we'll be done. We'll be done. I'm going to go ahead and add some purple to my hearts. On those, and I'll add pink to the ones on the other side. Maybe even a little bit of green. I mean blue, not green. Not green. Kind of like thinking about like how everything else has like a little bit of all the colors on it. Ugh, I can imagine, I would have to move from North Dakota. I'm sorry. I can't deal with like negative 30 degrees. Like I literally would freeze. Like every part of my body would be frozen. It would not be a good thing. So, yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you whatsoever. No, thank you. All right, and then we're gonna put just a little bit of white on. Just a little accent. Not much. Just to give it a little something, something, something. Yeah, she's a whole lot colder. Like a whole lot colder. I I don't know how she does that. I really don't. Okay. I'm kind of loving this a lot. Kind of loving it a lot. Now I think it's just time for our swirls. I think we've got all this good enough. And so we're just gonna see on this one, I kind of have like these like little snowflakes. And so I think we're just gonna keep with those because why not? We can keep with that same sort of a background. We're just gonna do this large snowflake here. I don't care how many times I do it. I always do it different. We have a little one up here. We'll have little like little diamonds, little hearts. It doesn't matter what you put on them. Remember, you can just do the blob thing and the blob thing, and then do something like that. It doesn't matter. Thank you. We'll just have like little swirly swirls just here and there. We kind of had one going like right around here. And then we can put the little just blobs of our hearts. Little diamond shape. And we'll be done in a minute. And that's about it. There we go. It's done. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. And I enjoy being here with y'all. I plan on, like I said, on Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm going to be going live here on my page at lunchtime for about 20 minutes or so, from about 12:30 almost to 12:50. But thank you for making this a fun time for me to figure out to change this paint party from, not change, but give another option between the New Year and the Valentine. So, yeah, me too. Me too. Because right now there's 2 people signed up. And we need more than 2 people. To have a party, you have to have more than 2 people. Anyway, well, maybe you don't, but for a paint party, you have to have more than 2 people. So, it all depends, I guess, upon the party, but I still say parties, you need people. Anyway, all right, y'all have a great day. It was so nice to be with y'all. I'm going to go ahead and just pick up all the edges just to be clean, but y'all don't have to hang out with me for that. And y'all have a great one. I will see y'all soon. Bye. You too.